right, here we go, and we're going to hop back into this next match now on Arcs Novena is going to be our third map here today. We are watching DeadStop take on Stacken Hack, and DeadStop is up 2-0 right now in this best of 5. If they take this map, it is all over, baby. We are going to see a couple of quick substitutions here I want to go over. We're going to have Fire go out for Rock, aka Rockstar of TV fame, and we are going to see Philotic coming in for Blitz on the DeadStop side, but we are going to launch right into it here. I will give it away to you, Sado. Tell me what you see.
Well, a couple things I want to mention. This is sort of like Federer after being dominant for so many years. Nadal came along, and you know this is game, set, match right now. This could be the crowning of a new one to beat, and of course they will be the top for a while. The other thing is, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. So despite that they're up 2-0, a couple subs, a little confusing there, but it's nice to see other players jumping into the game. Right away, we're jumping back in. Same teams again. Blood Eagle for DeadStop, Diamond Sword for Stacken Hack. They are Blood Eagle actually down one player already, 6 on 7. Not sure who lagged out, but it looks like Projectile setting up that back route, a very effective route on Arcs Novena if he can come in. Does take a while to set up, but very fast base to base. Elite Jorp just hanging out below that turret, trying to keep himself away from a kill spot, or pardon me, a death spot, waiting for to time that clear as Projectile coming in. Meanwhile, on the other side, Diplo, Zero, and Rock again all the way out on that outside, looking for that back route setup. So slow setups, fast escapes. We'll see who's going to be first on the flag as Protoss, Mayog, and Ver sitting at home on defense. Chain Gun also just coming back across toward the base as AP Sizzle, the second capper, looks to come in toward a side-to-side route. Not sure if he's probably just going to distract as Rock will grab. Projectile, there it is, that back to front. He does grab, however, is going to go down Remix with that sniper rifle. Remix, of course, playing Sentinel very early to be dominant on defense, and then he'll probably hop in that strike as fast as possible again. Flag does get returned. No, picked up out of the field.
No, it was returned and then repicked. One thing I wanted to point out there was Mabel. Mabel running sole defense there against 3 players, including the capper coming in. So you have Projectile coming in on a back route, hit Illicit Jorp, and another player playing Raider on him, and he still managed to get the body block on the capper. So really, really nice piece of play there by Mabel, who I think arguably is one of the top kind of chain gun trackers in this game, and he was also, of course, a very strong Legions player back in the days of that game.
Yeah, absolutely. And between Talia and him, you're right. They're probably the 2 best chain gun players in the game right now. Of course, Talia playing for that Tau Tribe squadron. Looks like we are going to see a bit of a reset here. Both flags at home. Capper's looking to reset up. Creativity mode on his own, trying for that distract, as well as Diplo on the other side. So looks like they're not going to bother to try and reset their and attack together on the distractions. They're just going all out as Zero and AP Sizzle looking to come in and complement Diplo. That would probably mean Rock setting up for that back route. Yep, there he is coming across that half pipe in the back there, that riverbed, and he is going to come in now with a lot of speed. Meanwhile, Projectile doing the same thing on the other side. Remix is up on top of that hill, though, and does have him spotted up. Looks like he's going to try and get some sniper shots early on Projectile. Does hit him twice, and he goes down, so that stops the cap there, although Rock went down on the opposite side. So, yeah, both cappers shut down. Really good defensive play, and it looks like a reset here as Stacken Hack looks to come in with Projectile. Projectile, here's something we know about him. He understands that in this game, it's very important to have the flag. So here he is going for a front-to-back. Front-to-back on this map, not a very effective escape route, but it does get off the flin. You can stand. You can set it up in about 10 to 15 seconds, and he's going to do that right now. However, look at the chain gunning of Mabel all over him. Remix still with that sniper, has an easy shot right now if he wants to hit it. Does look to miss it right now, but he does go in early on him. I think that might have been actually a Falcon kill.
That was indeed, and that's one of the things that you really like to point out here when you have strong players like Mabel or very strong defenders. We see this a little bit in the European scene in that you see players basically that they have kind of a what I call a bend but don't break style of defense, where they'll let that flag get off the stand, but that's only because they have such strong faith in their sniper that they'll let that player come in, get that flag, but put just enough damage onto him that that sniper can clean up really easily to the midfield, as we do see Rock setting up a back route.
Yeah, Rock coming in with a lot of speed, looks to get this off the stand. Ver, that Hoff down below, not a lot of energy. We're going to see Mayog go for the chase. Protoss with a great sniper shot, does take him down. Pit flag bounces over top of 0-0, not going to be able to beat Mayog. It's a race to the flag. Zero does beat him there, and he isn't heavy. A lot of energy. Meanwhile, on the other side, we got a lot of defense D'ing up as Projectile coming in for that back route, trying to get the counter grab. Does miss the flag. Good play by Philotic, the sub. Manages to keep that off. Now Zero's got to get this home. Flag does go down. Mabel missing that grab out of the field, and it looks like that was returned, so really good play. A little bit of lack of coordination from Stacken Hack. Both flags will be reset, and no cappers really in position. LO still in place for Stacken Hack, but again, Projectile just resetting right now.
That's right, and we just are now passing a 4 minutes elapsed in this match. It is 0-0 here. DeadStop is up 2-0 in the series in this best of 5, so if they take this map as well, and they are, of course, Blood Eagle and red on your screen right now, if they are able to take this map, it is all over here, and they will have beaten Stacken Hack, who has arguably so far been the top team in Tribes Ascend. I do believe they are undefeated in match play, in official match play. I have heard some tell of DeadStop have a lot of success around them in some kind of unofficial scrimmages, but here we see DeadStop looking very strong once again as projectiles coming in, setting up a back route.
Yeah, projectile setting up that back route. Rock going for that front route. Oh, great shot by Melodic as he gets the midair. Really nice shot on projectile. Both cappers going down there. Flags remain on the stand. No, one flag off the stand, but does go down immediately behind the base. So pretty much a reset situation. Advantage a little bit for Stacken Hack here is that flag in a pretty much an ungrabbable spot unless we see a side to side. Mabel and Melodic sitting on D, and we're going to see a full reset again from Stacken Hack. Looks like Elite Jorp heading off now to go for LO as he looks like he might be the only one. Projectile and Rock going to pass each other as Rock going for that.
Zero. What a play. What a play. Zero picked that flag up out of that, what you were saying was an ungrabbable position in that heavy. Took it out and passed it off to APC, who was coming in with decent speed, and we may see another pass here from APC to Rock. Let's take a look at this thing as it develops.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible. You're right. These guys are so good that they can pass right now. And here it is. Is this the moment? No, they didn't. Elected not to pass there. Sizzle hangs onto the flag, and Mayog will take him down. Would have been an outstanding pass, and actually that was a Nitron coming in there to release that flag. Meanwhile, Flag on the other side, still at the base. Creativity wall all on his own there, or pardon me, Creativity moat all on his own, trying to disrupt as Elite Jorp as well. Projectile coming in. Looks like he's going to go directly for that back to front. Rock setting up that back to front yet again.
I think maybe that they may have elected not to try for that pass there, knowing that Mayog had a good angle on APC, and it was going to be unlikely, especially given Rock's vector. He would have had to take this flag all the way back around the map again. So I think maybe they just elected to have Rock set up this route in case what happened did, which was that that flag cap was stopped. As you see now, that first strike again out in favor of Remix as he is all over Projectile, who is got some decent speed taking this flag around the side here.
Yep, so Remix again, a good pickup for DeadStop and being very dominant. Oh, what a shot by Projectile.
Two MAs on that strike there, actually, in a row.
Well, Projectile showing off his dominance in aim right now as he looks to bring it in. Not a lot of health. He's going to try and go for that side-to-side entry on the flag. It does come off. Rock does get the E-grab. Flag going to be bouncing around on the stand. Ver does pick it up. And is Rock out with it? No, Rock does drop it. They're going to time the return. Ver going to come in for that cap. 1-0, 18 minutes remaining, and Stacken Hack with their first lead of the entire match.
That's right, yeah. This is the first lead we have seen come out for them here in this match, and they are, of course, losing 2-0 here. So if they lose one more, they are going down in this best of 5 with, as you were saying, 18 minutes remaining. And look at this. Maybe they have gotten the generator down here for Team DeadStop. Hopefully going to be able to keep Remix out of a strike here for a little bit, as we do see Projectile actually going to go for the straight llama grab here with that thrust pack and an impact nitron. Gets sniped out immediately by Remix, who is a well-noted good sniper. And take a look at him on this hill, just taking care of business. And one thing you want to take a note of, I think, also is a difference between Remix and Z Protoss' style here for the snipers. One is Remix is using this kind of more semi-automatic sniper rifle, whereas on the other side you do see Z Protoss, I'm sorry, using more of that bolt action laser rifle that takes your energy to shoot, but does have a bit more burst damage. So, you know, kind of an interesting paradigm difference, I think.
Yeah, the other difference is positioning. If you look at
That's
Remix,
right.
He's sitting on that back hill. He can see that back to front route all the way around as it develops, whereas Protoss sitting with a high ground on the flag stand. Really good for calling people coming in, but not necessarily the same line sights. Right now, we're going to see Sizzle and Rock both coming in from the backside. Sizzle probably going to just try and distract, I believe, here. He might, no, yeah, Rock definitely going to be the grab if I have my opinion here, but what do I know?
Z Protoss doesn't see Rock coming in here.
Yeah, really good distract there by Sizzle. Rock does grab back to front, heading right through. Zero right below him. He's going to pass right over top. Elite Jorp could turn and try and cut him off here, but he's not going to. And it looks like he might get this all the way home. Not a lot of health. They've got to hit him with a chain or a sniper right now. Not going to happen. Rock ties the game. About a minute later, we're back to a 1-1 tie game situation. So really, really, really good response by DeadStop. Well composed and right back in this.
Yeah, I think in that time, again, you know, that was unfortunately Z Protoss unable to get a snipe there. That was really the only shot that they had was him being able to snipe that carrier, as he actually is now looking to put a bit of damage on Zero coming in this heavy offensive role. And this is a role that we see a lot here, specifically on this map. Zero, of course, has been sticking with the Juggernaut in all of the games here, as you do see him actually take out the sniper, but kind of staying here on a nice hill, able to break LOS when he needs to, but just wearing out this offense. And the thing is, if they send someone out to deal with him, that's another defender that's not able to be on the stand.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good call. And we're going to see right now is Elite Jorp and Projectile all over that flag stand. Projectile looks like he got blocked there by Mabel and unable to grab that side-to-side route. Rock, meanwhile, again, all over that back-to-front route. He's going to come in, does get hit with a sniper rifle, but not a lot of damage. There's the second shot, and he will go down on the stand from a splash by Chain Gun. So good teamwork there between Protoss and Chain Gun, working up that damage. Meanwhile, Flag on the other side, just sitting on the stand. Mabel dominating that defensive.
Diplodocus and Zero going to take this thing through the midfield here in their heavy armors. Again, we see DeadStop running that double heavy offense roll. Really, really effective here, as they are putting some damage on the Z Protoss, the only one that really had a chance to return. And we're going to see Diplodocus pick this thing up, and as his name implies, he's going to slowly walk it across the map again, as the large, plotting, eating dinosaur that he is.
Yeah, and we will see that flag unfortunately return. Philotic just sitting on the other flag in the field inside that aqueduct, and it's not going to go anywhere. Projectile looks like he's going to try a direct route on it. Not sure that's going to be effective, as Philotic is going to see, or sorry, yeah, Philotic all over him. Projectile does go for that shot, misses the grab out of the air, does get a shot on Philotic though, but this is pretty much a futile attempt. In my opinion, I think he might grab it here. He does. I almost might have left that there for a timed return and tried to set up a capper on it, but Projectile, knowing exactly what he's doing, a very experienced player, does grab it, and look at this, riding that half pipe all the way down, jumps out now, looking to go through the middle. Philotic all over him, throwing some chain guns on him as he is going to get over top of that halfway, and is, wow, yeah, actually getting a lot further than I would have expected here. Zero turning, trying to get that that Doombringer shot on, no, pardon me, that Juggernaut machine gun, that light machine gun onto him. Does manage to take him down, and he should get a pretty easy return here. Does indeed. Flags reset on both sides, so 1-1, 14 minutes remaining.
That's right, and one of the things, you know, that I would have liked to see there, Projectile picked that flag up, you know, really because I think he believes that their cluster ability and their escort was really going to be the difference there, and they were going to be able to get that thing back across the midfield. Well, you didn't see any escort coming out, and so even when he got that thing really close to his base, he was taken out in the field. As actually, I'll hop off here as he does go down the field again with Philotic able to return this flag.
Yeah, good call. Not a lot of escorts. Meanwhile, right now, both flags do again get reset, so we're seeing defensive domination right now. Mabel again, just sitting on that Diamond Sword flag. A lot of cluster right now on defense on the Stacken Hack side. AP Sizzle looks like he's coming in from that back route. Diploticus working on Mayog here, dueling. He looks like he's got the disadvantage slightly right now. Baster shooting at him as well. AP Sizzle coming across, taken out in the air by Ver. Projectile setting up in front. No speed at all. No, pardon me, he is on the defensive side. Getting confused here by my colors. My brother's colorblind. I didn't think I was, but I might be. And yeah, both flags look pretty secure right now.
Here comes Remix coming out in another strike here. I think I had just seen him bought it. Yes, indeed he has, and he is running that that technician here in the strike. So that means that he can always hop out and repair it if need be. And also you can see he is running Wheel Deal and Pilot perks, which make his strike even stronger. Wheel Deal, of course, makes it come out faster, and the Air Show makes it so that it is a bit stronger. Indeed, as we see Rock setting up a back route here.
And you see he used Generator play to his advantage there. The Generator came back up. They knew he was going to go for the strike. It instantly took it down, but in the split second between its full health regen on the time regen and them taking it down, he did manage to get that strike out. So that was obviously a well-timed and well-coordinated play by Remix, as Creativity Moat was unable to get that down in time. Right now, we do see a flag off the stand, and that is bouncing around in the field. No, where's that right now? We'll lock onto it, back on one flag stand. And up against the base, I couldn't even see the marker on it because of my angle. It is sitting, yeah, in a very secure position right now for
yeah, clipping a bit into the wall there. But yeah, again, you got to take a look at DeadStop here, running this 2 Juggernaut offense, heavy offense, with 3 Pathfinders. Philotic, of course, is playing defense, but APC and Rock are going to be their cappers, and they're not even running a clear. They're not running any kind of LO, which is, of course, light offense or medium offense here. All they're running is these 2 heavy offense, and it looks like Stacken Hack, again, just is not really entirely sure of how to deal with this kind of, this Merv pressure that's coming out.
Yeah, and they've got 3 Pathfinders as well, which is an interesting approach. One of them on defense, as you mentioned, that Nitron being extremely effective if you can time it right now, as opposed to the other side, which only has 1 heavy and a mix of various other classes. Rock coming in from that backside again. Protoss does get 1 quick shot on him, fails to get the second one, so he will grab the flag. He's got about just over half health. Zero supporting him in middle with that Juggernaut class. Diploticus passing him the other way. They will try and break off the chasers. Remix chasing everyone going the other direction. The flag does come off, and of course he is chasing down that flag in that strike. His Creativity Moat right now with it in hand, trying to get up on top of the base. Remix missing that ram, and a lot of action right now in front of the Diamond Sword base as they are all over that flag. Philotic does manage to get a kill. Their chain gun coming in as well. They will pick it up. Projectile with it out of the field this time. And look at this. This is it. They've got to secure that flag, force the standoff. Ver, not a lot of health, but he is in that heavy class. They will take down AP Sizzle. Great defensive play to coordinate that defense and keep them off it. That was a really, really forced play.
Yeah, that's right, and we do see now, time to take a look here, as we are love to do and as we are want to do, to see where these teams elect to hold the flag. Looks like Mabel is going to hold this back right next to his stand with the Diploticus here to help defend him. Mayog going to come in with Projectile, some nice timing here. They are going to converge at the same time, try to get this Impact Nitron off on Mabel. And there's the return. I didn't even see that happen, but here it is. But Illicit Drop with a nice E-grab. Projectile able to knock that flag off of Mabel as he went in. Really, really great play there by Projectile, saving that cap and the go-ahead cap, of course, for his team. So we have seen a reset now, and I do see Remix still has this strikeout, and they don't really have an answer here.
Yeah, during that standoff, it was actually really kind of funny. Remix was just sitting around. I wasn't sure if he lagged out. I zoomed in. He was sitting behind the vehicle stand of the Diamond Sword base, waiting for that standoff to happen outside of his strike, repairing it in a very open spot, and Stacken Hack didn't even spot him, and then all of a sudden he just popped up and was all over them. It was kind of funny, actually, to watch. But yeah, really good plays there, good E-grabs, good clusters, and Very close game. We're still locked at 1-1, and that was very close to a cap, so good pressure all the way around. Right now we see Stacken Hack pretty unchallenged on their side with Zero in that Juggernaut sitting at mid trying to disrupt them. All the action seems to be around the Diamond Sword flag. Projectile looks like he's coming in for that side-to-side route. Locked up by Mabel. Remix just hovering around waiting for him to get the grab so we can instantly lock onto him in the chase, and they do successfully defend that wave of cappers. Meanwhile, AP Sizzle, who I believe just went invisible, so yeah, he's going to try for that Infiltrator cap, and look at that, out with it. Infiltrator cap, very effective. Unable to see him coming in, but look at the chains coming into him on the way out. He's got very little health and does go down. Mayog with that splash shot, I believe. Mayog running right now. Pathfinder. So
Rock's going to pick it up out of the field, though.
Yeah, good coordination. Rock was setting up for that back to front. He was able to adapt. Adapting is very important in this game. You've got to be quick on the fly with your decisions. Does get it out. Not a lot of health. It's going to drop right in front of Diplo. Diplo needs to quickly. He isn't heavy, not very agile. Mayog should easily get this return, and that's going to reset the flags. So yeah, a lot of resets, a lot of defensive play. That's
right, and here we are now. We've just passed 10 minutes remaining, so we have seen just 15 minutes of play here on Arch Novita. We are tied up at 1-1 on this map, but Stacken Hack is down 2-0 in this match in a best of 5. So we are seeing here Stacken Hack versus DeadStop. DeadStop looking really strong. And again, Projectile has his flag out, but he is surrounded by red shirts, which is not going to bode well for him.
Yeah, he tried to go for that front to back and somehow clipped something on the way out, whether it was the aqueduct or the turret stand. He did slow down completely, tried for the U-turn, but they were all over him, and that flag will get returned now as it did creep down the hill a little bit toward middle. We see AP Sizzle heading out left side of his base, coming in on enemy left. He might try for that side-to-side or backside vehicle stand. Projectile's going to pass him in the field, so both teams should be aware of the alternative capping. AP Sizzle did try and go Infiltrator there to disguise himself. He might have gotten by Projectile unnoticed. Meanwhile, Rock and Remix sitting over on the side of their base. Rock's going to be coming around for that back to front traditionally like he does. Diplo's in there trying to disrupt right now, trying to clear all by himself as we see Sizzle. Here he comes, side-to-side route. Oh, got hit really hard there. I think that might have been a mine. But he does go down really quickly as Mabel gets that chain on Rock trying for that field grab. Yep, does get the field grab. Second time they've coordinated that with Rock. Again, not a lot of health, right back toward the defenders, and Chain Gun's going to take him down quickly. They will, they might leave this one in the field, but I think they'll go for a return. Regardless, we're in a reset position.
Yeah, and we have seen now Diplodocus is playing that Pathfinder, so he has switched off the Juggernaut. I wonder why they've done that, but maybe they know they see something here, or perhaps he just switched over just for the chase. No, he is still in that Pathfinder kit, so maybe they're looking to put a little bit more pressure on this defense.
Yeah, speed it up a little bit and see if we can force any mistakes. This is a forced error game, I think it might come down to, as both teams playing very sound, and whoever can stay the most composed might come away with it. AP Sizzle setting up that back route. Diplodocus, again, sitting up on top of that aqueduct. Looks like he's going to be calling in an airstrike. Orbital strike, in fact, as well Zero putting some Mervs onto the stand. AP Sizzle now coming across with that diagonal path. Does bounce off the base. That's a good route if you can do it right. You can maintain a lot of speed. He's out, got just over half health, and he is across half. Elite Jorp, the only one on the other side. Projectile is in the backside, but Remix should keep him distracted. They might get this home for a cap if Elite Jorp doesn't do something desperate here. Gonna bring it in, and there it is, 2-1. DeadStop back in the lead with only 7 minutes remaining. They might take this 3-0.
They might, yeah. If they take this game in 3 straight games, they take the set in 3 straight games, that's gonna be really, really impressive for them here. They are, yeah, exactly as you're saying. Looking at 7.5 minutes, that is not unreasonable. As we do see Rock has got this flag out. Again, if they can go up 2 caps here, that is huge for them. It is, it'll make it very, very challenging for Stacken Hack to come back in this last game here.
Yeah, and one of the biggest differences, I shouldn't say changes, differences that I see between these two teams is that DeadStop seems to be a lot more effective with their grabs. They're coming in against a lot of defenders, but somehow they're still managing to get it off the flag. A lot of times they're not getting it far, but they're getting it off the stand. And as opposed to the other side, Mabel is shutting down Projectile over and over again. So they're definitely, the cappers being a lot more effective on the Diamond Sword team, as we do see that flag again across mid and in the hands of Diplo as he, both attackers get taken down. Rock and Diplo with great shots. Projectile, the only one challenging the flag, is at home. Projectile does get that shot, gets caught up on the curb, if you will, and unable to get the return. Rock is going to grab that. We might see a quick 3-1. 3-1 indeed. This could be it.
Yeah, 3-1. So now I would not be surprised to see DeadStop play a bit more defensive even yet. Remix doing a really nice job with this strike. I think it's really throwing Stacken Hack off their game having to deal with this, because not a lot of teams have been running strikes recently due to some recent changes with its kind of survivability, as you saw Projectile able to take it out in some of the earlier games with a couple discs. But here, I think it's really thrown Stacken Hack off their game, and Remix, of course, is just so effective with it. I really also think Stacken Hack should look to transition into a 2-capper set. I know that they don't have necessarily another dedicated capper, but Projectile, I don't think, is just getting it done by himself. The clear has been good for them. That has not been the problem.
Yeah, sometimes not even running a full-time secondary capper is important. It's nice to have 1 or 2 times where someone else grabs it, just to keep them guessing. But right now, it's so obvious that projectile, well, I wouldn't say obvious, but pretty predictable that projectile's going to grab that flag. So if the defense are smart enough, they'll just spot him up.
That's right, and Mabel's had such success 1v1ing projectile coming in on these routes that, and as you see, Remix spotting projectile, setting up his next route. So it's that strike, it's the vantage point, it's the one capper, it's that, you know, they can just concentrate on one guy. You see creativity mode lomming it. I bet you that he is looking to get this into the field, see if they can force a return as Alyssa Jorp comes in. No, Alyssa Jorp going to be able to pick this up and start lomming it back across the field. But we do see Rock is out now yet again with a Diamond Sword flag. And he has got all kinds of speed, going to pass it off maybe here to Mabel. No, Mabel misses that pickup out of the field. Projectile going to be able to take out Mabel quickly and get this return, probably with not very much problems. And here it is now. Alyssa Jorp, nice work by Remix there and getting the return. So we do see a flag reset as he runs that strike into the ground, getting the return and killing the flag carrier.
Yeah, really good play by Projectile to get that home, but unfortunately not a lot of chance there as the carrier did not have a lot of health. Rock does again come out with it this time. Or pardon me, Rock coming in for the return this time, so the flag gets reset. I got the sides mixed up again, must be my color blindness. But nonetheless, flags reset. 4 minutes remaining, desperate times, call for desperate measures. Stacken Hack's gonna come out with something completely different here. Projectile again going for that back to front though. And this time, I believe, yeah, he's unspotted so far by Remix. I'm not exactly sure where Remix is right now on the map. Could be wrong on that one. It looks like, meanwhile. Philotic.
Nice play there. I just caught it. Creativity Wall, I'm sorry, Moat was standing behind this little gazebo here, raining in some grenade launcher shots onto the stand, and he was able to get a call in and take him out to keep Projectile from getting a nice clear, but he is able to get it out anyway on a Cowboy with 210 kilometers an hour through the midfield. Let's take a look back at his flag stand and see what else is coming in to stop this imminent cap here. It does not look like
Zero looks like he's coming from the side, but not nearly close enough as he will get that cap. Good grab. The defense not able to turn fast enough for Projectile, and we finally see him with that really quick route through the middle paying off. He does get that in. 4 minutes left. They could pull this off. They're going to have to be very sound as we see AP Sizzle again coming through a lot of defenders and getting that flag out. Half health. He's just past half. No, Protoss going to take him down. Projectile should, yeah, wait in the field. No, does go for the quick return, interestingly enough.
Yeah, and again, I think it was just because where that flag is, and they could not afford to give up another one, so they got to look to rely on Ver and Mayog, who are both very, very strong, and Changan, of course. Ver, you know, arguably one of the best hops in the game. You know, they're just going to have to rely on him, keep that flag on the sand, and let Ver, you know, put his big fat body in front of it and try to stop people. As you do see, they seem to be, Stacken Hack seems to be going for a bit more of this this kind of E-grab cluster style. They're just saying, listen, we got to get the flag moving, I think. I think they've realized that the Projectile by himself isn't going to be able to do it. But there, look, you see he gets a nice grab out of the field, but Remix is all over him in this strike. Is Remix going to be able to get in and get this splatter? Yes, he is. Nice play by Remix. He does go down, of course, but he does have the ejection seat, so he doesn't die when he crashes that thing. APC gets the flag out, but he does hit this this wall right here, this force field that kills him. So now both flags down in the field. Philotic with a great return there.
Great return, yeah. Something that went unsung. Projectile did a great job to throw that up on the base, but it goes futilely noticed as Philotic does come in with a great return. So good sub in for DeadStop. He's playing extremely well, and that could have been it. That could have been the tying cap, and so little, so close, but unfortunately, no, not going to pay off as the Diamond Sword flag just bouncing around in the field. Zero and Mayog going to battle in front of it now. Zero will pick it up out of the field. They're just trying to keep it, I believe, at this point off the Diamond Sword stand. Mayog will get the return as, do they have a capper set up? That's the question.
I see APC setting up here on the for the Blood Eagles here on the Diamond Sword side. He's got about 200 kilometers an hour in speed, but it does not have a so hit the flag, so he is probably just going to go ahead and suicide here. But maybe he's just distract for Rock, who's coming in on the front to back, but Rock is knocked off path by Ver as well. So a nice little defensive stand there by Stacken Hack, and they got to get, you got to think they got to have, you know, basically perfect defense from here on out if they're going to be able to tie this thing up with 2 minutes now remaining.
Yep, and here comes the next wave of attacks from Stacken Hack as Projectile heading for that, looks like a front to back. No, he's going to elect to go past the base, probably pull a U-turn and come right back around for that back to front as Moat and Elite Jorp in there for the LO. We'll see if this pays off. Meanwhile, on the other side, Mayog trying to cut off Rock mid-route. Sizzle also setting one up, so they've got to wave it off. Like you said, they got to hold this one off, try and get this in with 2 minutes. Projectile sitting up behind the base now. Remix does know that he's there. Looks like he's trying to wait for this. Projectile trying to be, you know, ignorant to Remix. Does call in, interestingly enough, an inventory station. And
switch to infiltrator.
Remix, oh, good call. Yeah, changing in the field. Very good call. Trying to get that infiltrator cap with a minute remaining. Interestingly enough, didn't elect to go for the suicide game for his position. Yeah, and look at this, rocks across, no one there. This should be an easy cap for them right now, unless they get a sniper shot. They won't. 4-2, a minute remaining. This is looking pretty grim right now for Stacken Hack.
It is indeed, yeah. And if DeadStop does take this game, they are up 2-0 in the series here. If they're able to take this game versus Stacken Hack, that will make them the winner of this match here with best of 5, first to 3. They are going to take it here, and they got 60 seconds to prevent 2 caps. It is possible, but unlikely that we're going to see that come out, as you do see the 1 minute remains.
Yeah, 1 minute indeed, and it's time to get desperate. Maybe throw a Hail Mary here, get the flag off the stand, and go for overtime. Although I don't think, with flag off the stand when it's a 2-point difference, I don't think it does force overtime.
It does not, no. They have to get 1 cap and then keep the flag off the stand to force an overtime. And you see Projectile setting up a big route here. If he is able to get this, this is going to be huge. I'm going to, flip if he is able to get this thing off the stand, get another cap really quick. But maybe we're going to see one of his patented secret routes coming out here. Does not look like it, though. Pretty standard back route.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Look at this again. Remix already knows he's coming, already set up. He's got no health, already heading onto it. Elite Jorp unable to get the clear, and look at that. Philotic easily takes him down with, I believe, a midair, actually. So really good shot there with that light spin fuser moat, and Elite Jorp mode a little bit late. You got to be there for the clear just a little bit sooner. And yeah, 15 seconds remaining. This looks pretty unlikely right now.
That's going to be it. I got to say, there's no way they're going to get 2 more caps in 10 seconds. And yep. DeadStop is going to take this game, and there's match, in 3 straight games. Yeah, really amazing there for them.
Secure.
They've come a really long way since they kind of started in Tribes Ascend. They take down the giants here of Stacken Hack. We have been able to see, kind of the evolution of the play of DeadStop across these 3 games.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'd love to hear from them on their opinion of that. The other thing that I noticed that was interesting is, unlike teams like Tau or, to some extent, Boats and Hoes that really rely on coordinated timing across the middle of the field, didn't see that so much tonight. Tonight was a little more of just constantly hounding away at the opponents, and it seemed to pay off for DeadStop, whereas Stacken Hack maybe a little bit less effective. As we said, obviously Mabel doing an extremely good job on defense for DeadStop.
Yeah. I think it was, as we've seen in a lot of these games here, is that the double capper set is just really strong. It just seems very strong in the current kind of pace of the game. I don't know that I've seen really an effective counter to that kind of tandem route where one team, you get it off and then the second capper picks up out of the field. I mean, I remember, back earlier in the beta here, and when the game was in closed beta, that I was seeing DeadStop was actually running 3 capper tandem routes where they would all be on the same route. But it looks like that has really evolved into this like double heavy offense, double cappers that they were running today that was just super effective.
Yeah, and really good point. And we saw in the first 2 maps, obviously, Blitz and AP Sizzle working really well together. Rock filled in awesome for Blitz on the last map, and again, they worked really well together, whereas Projectile didn't have that support, whether it be that, like you said, that in-sync sort of capping approach where they've got an instant escort with the front guy grabbing, second guy behind him, or even that 1 second capper being a distract or a quick grab in the event where you need an E-grab or just get it off the stand. Stacken Hack didn't have that, so usually when they do that, they elect to do it in favor of clearing, but even that I didn't see a whole lot of clearing, so it was an interesting approach.
That's right. Stacken Hack was running that double Raider while DeadStop was running that double Juggernaut, and ultimately I think that it was kind of the coordination there a bit from DeadStop, at least in those 2 cappers, if nothing else. We did see it was at the end there. It was Rock and APC. They were actually elected to move away from kind of their quote-unquote star capper and Blitz, bringing in Rock and APC to do the dirty work there. But at the end of the day, congratulations, hats off to DeadStop, a great win there. Sadokist, thank you so much for joining me, as we did see DeadStop take it in 3 straight games here to beat Team Stacken Hack. Sadokist, can you tell the people maybe what team you play for and where they can find you?
Yeah, I currently play for Boats and Hoes, who unfortunately just got recently upset. I didn't get to play in that match, so I'll cry myself to sleep tonight about it. But yeah, I play for Boats and Hoes. You can find me in Tribal War IRC as just simply Sadokist. You can find me on Twitter, again, Sadokist, twitter.com/Sadokist. And on the high-res forums, Sadokist, just Sadokist all over the place. You can find me just about anywhere. I'm active, I'm involved. I highly encourage new players getting involved. We're a new team. I'm new to Tribes. It's entirely possible for anyone to join this game right now and just get on it. It's a really fun and unique game. Well,
thank you, sir, for joining me, and let me quickly thank the sponsors here for NASL that made this all possible. It's been a lot of fun for me, and really big shout outs go to Azo for these beautiful monitors that I get to cast on here. It's been really awesome getting to see kind of the quality of their products, as well as we do have a big sponsorship from iBuyPower here, as you can see these nice cases around me. Thank you so much to them for providing that to us, as well as Beyond Gaming, Kingston HyperX, and the fine gentlemen at Cooler Master who have provided some great cases to put all this hardware from these great sponsors in. So for Sadokist, I have been Hi-Rez Bart. I am the competitive and esports manager over at Hi-Rez Studios, and we are just so happy to be able to bring you Tribes Ascend here with a nice help here from NASL, putting me in this beautiful studio. And thank you again to both teams here, DeadStop and Stacken Hack, for showing us some great games tonight. And I will tell everyone to stay handsome, and we'll see you next time from NASL.